Hello everyone, it's Crazy Mike 1706. How you guys are all doing? In this video, I will be talking about UFC 148, Silva versus Sonnen. In the first round, Silva goes in there kind of crazy because, you know, he just wants to take Chael Sonnen's head off. And Sonnen gets that great power double, which he's so good at. But the difference between this fight and the last one, that Silva's defense was superb. It was just spectacular. Chael Sonnen had a hard time passing his guard, and he had a very hard time getting clean shots in. I mean, eventually he did do both, but it wasn't as bad as the first one. And although Anderson Silva is regarded as one of the greatest fighters ever offensively, and for his way of maneuvering around and just making people miss like crazy, I think an underrated attribute of his is the fact that the guy can take punishment. Like, he can take shots, all right? The dude was taking straight punches from Dan Henderson. Let me repeat that. Dan Henderson, and he didn't go out. And Dan Henderson's the kind of guy that if he touches you, you're going to sleep. That's it. Roy Nelson is often credited for taking a lot of punishment, but it seems sometimes like Silva could just take straight shots to the jaw and the guy would just not go down. So that's one attribute that a lot of people don't give him, but that's definitely something that he has. And when the second round started, it was almost the same thing, but Silva's wrestling defense was great, and something happened to Chael Sonnen. He just started stumbling out of nowhere. Something weird just happened. You know, he must have had some crazy injury out of nowhere. He goes for a spinning back fist, miss, and Silva clips him right away, bam, with a really fast punch. And most people only caught it during the slow motion replay. So Chael Sonnen goes down, and right there was the beginning of the end, because he was just like this. He was just at his mercy. Like, Sonnen knew that his death sentence was coming. Silva comes in with a big knee, which looked illegal, and I gotta give a lot of credit to Yves Lavigne, because it's a good thing he didn't stop the fight there, because he noticed that the knee wasn't illegal, because Silva needs Sonnen in the body, not in the head. Thankfully, the referee saw that, and right there, the fight was over. And wow, the crowd went crazy. Silva's kids went in the ring, in the octagon rather, and they almost started crying because it was just so much emotions around this fight. The crowd was red hot, although I will say the crowd was kind of weird throughout the night because they were just flip-flopping like crazy. You know, a lot of the Brazilian fans was chanting Brazil, then the Americans were chanting USA and whatnot, so it was almost like a soccer match vibe in there. And what more can be said? Lots of build-up, lots of hype. And it pretty much did deliver. It was kind of short, but I really, really enjoyed the fight. Now, the first thing people are going to do, oh, Chael Sonnen, oh, he lost, blah, blah, blah. You have to give Chael Sonnen a lot of credit. Okay, the guy is a hero. He brought MMA to another level. He brought in a lot of new fans. He brought in a lot of revenue. He brought in a lot of interest, especially to a division that nobody cares about. The problem with the middleweight division is, yeah, you have a lot of good fighters, but Anderson Silva has just been dominating so much that he makes him look like nothing. And the middleweight division, besides Silva, never really had that. And of course, Rich Franklin, but still never really had that big name that it really needed. That big star, you know, it was really missing something. It was lacking something. And Chael Sonnen filled in a huge void. On top of that, he helped out Silva's career immensely, because after that first fight with him and Silva, Anderson Silva really picked it up, because you can tell the guy was getting complacent. In fact, he was getting so comfortable in there that he started acting stupid, and Dana White almost had to cut him entirely from the company. I mean, can you imagine that? One of your biggest stars, your champion, being cut from the company, and Chael Sonnen just put him on a whole other level. You know, that's when Silva really started getting serious, and look where he's at right now. But the problem that this division is going through right now is that it's a clusterfuck. You have a lot of injuries, you have a lot of bad timing. So for right now, it seems like Silva's next opponent is going to be the winner of the Munoz-Weidman fight. So we really have to see how that goes. But again, enough credit cannot be given to Chael Sonnen. He did so much. So yeah, he kind of choked on his words, but what can you do? I think the main issue with Chael Sonnen is that the guy, although he's talented and is a good fighter, despite the fact that he has 10 losses, he is rather hard-headed. He's just one of those people that just doesn't understand. But luckily, he did work his jiu-jitsu diligently during this fight. But again, he's just one of those people that's so close yet so far away. What can you do? As far as the undercard, yeah, not really too much to talk about. Patrick Côté has looked the best that he's looked in years. So I gotta give him that. You know, a lot of head movement, throwing a lot of combinations around, and he got some great punches in on Cung Lee in the second round. Cung Lee, he could have looked a lot better, but then again, he's 40 years old now. So what can you do? I mean, this is a young buck sport. The Tito Ortiz Forrest Griffin fight, yeah, pretty good fight. Forrest Griffin throwing a lot of combinations, a lot of punches, but these two were just gasless by almost the end of the fight. And yeah, good luck to you, Tito Ortiz, on all your future endeavors. And thank you for everything that you did for the sport. In any event, it's Crazy Mike 1706 Horns.